my way, who calls my name. It seems to leave this troubled world behind. And if I'm feeling down or blue, or troubled by some foolish game, she always seems to make me change my mind. And I feel fine anytime she's around. She's around almost all the time. And if I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long, long time, and I feel fine. Every now and then the things I lean on. Hey everyone, welcome to MT Guitar. Today we're doing Something in the Way She Moves by James Taylor. Well, this is one of my all-time favorite songs. I've been playing this song forever, and it felt like the right time to teach it. I've had a little bit of a break traveling, so thanks for your patience. I want to get more videos out in the next coming weeks here. Let's just break this song down. We have an original release of 1969. The Beatles basically signed James Taylor. He played this song to audition for Paul and George, and they were blown away by James. They signed him to Apple Records, and James released a self-titled album, James Taylor, in 1969. It's a great album to check out, but now you have a 1976 greatest hits. James needed to re-record those early Apple songs because of copyright issues. So he re-recorded this, and that's the version most of us know. It's the 1976 version, and it's just guitar and vocals on this new recording. So that's the version I'm drawing from. So now we go back to 1969, and George Harrison was quite open to the fact that he lifted the first lyric of this song for his song, Something, when he said, "Something in the way she moves." The guitar part here, this is a beautiful E minor 9 right here. There's a minor second interval in that part, so does that 4 times. But let's talk about the verse. The stuff he does is just remarkable. He's so fluid. The notes are like water, and then there's melodic stuff, there's rhythmic stuff. It's just incredible. So let's look at this. So we have a pinch on the E minor 9, now a quick A, and he anticipates the E minor. So that's the left hand. But now let's look at the right hand. Notice how I'm doing bass with the thumb, down, 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 up. I'm getting a rhythmic, almost strumming sound with the index. Now, D, same thing. I go bass, down, up on the D and G. Now, one of the most famous James Taylor riffs of all time. Right? I'm sure you've heard that if you know the song. It's this beautiful flowing melodies in the guitar part. He's just so syncopated and creating these melodies. So now back to the bass down up thing. See, over the E minor, G and C. Now a D riff. Right? Just amazing. Back to this. Bass down up. And repeat, okay? Let's get to the chorus. So, more strumming. Makes sense, because he's picking up the volume. The hardest part for the left hand is probably that bar chord. Oops, I almost messed up there. So, check this final riff out. Quite a long, long time, and I feel fine. I mean, it's just, it's hard to describe. I guess I'm lacking the words to describe this, but it's truly melodic, So even if you don't learn a whole song, I would learn either the intro and maybe that riff and just a couple things to get you going. Learning the whole song from beginning to end can maybe seem a little daunting, so you don't have to just tackle it all right away. You can learn a few riffs with me here, skip to the part you want, and pick and choose. There's nothing wrong with that. So speaking of the song, there'll be a full tab of this on the Patreon, and I really want to thank the patrons on there. It's a huge support to the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, please do subscribe. We want to get the subscribers up if possible. So I appreciate all your support. Every thumbs up and comment helps a lot, and it's great to hear from all of you when you do comment. So thanks for that. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so I'm going to take you through this song line by line. We're going to learn the entire thing here, but I'll need to go pretty quickly because, as is typical with a James Taylor guitar part, there's a lot of intricacy. We'll start with the intro. Okay, so it's 4 phrases, but they're pretty much all identical. We're going to get an A chord going. But all we need is the 4th and 2nd strings here, 2nd fret. Oh, I should mention capo 3rd fret, by the way. And we're going to go on the right hand, 5th, 4th, 2nd strings. Okay. Then bass again. Now slide 2nd to 4th. And as you arrive to the 4th fret, you're going to hit the 6th string bass. And then 2nd, 4th, 3rd. And you're at 3rd fret, 2nd string, open 3rd string. And then you hit 2nd string, 4th, 3rd, bass, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. So the whole thing is slide, like that. So sliding and hitting the bass note might be a little tricky if it's new to you. Now the second time we just hammer on, but it's identical. We hammer on to that 2nd fret on the D string, and then it's identical. Repeat. Good. So that's the intro. All right. So run that nice and slow, get that nice and clean, and we'll start on the verse here. Let me play the first line for you first. Something in the way that she moves. Okay, so A chord, 5th, 3rd, 2nd. 5th, 4th, 2nd, 4th strings. Now go to that E minor 9 and pinch the bass with the 4th, 3rd, 2nd strings. And you got 403 here. Then A, bass, and then open, so you can go 3rd and first 2 strings together. And then that leads to the 6th string bass. So you'll notice open. Then you go to an E minor here. So after you hit the E bass, you're going to go on an E minor chord here, down, 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 up, all with the index. So the index is going, and then you get ready for the D chord. So that's the beginning of our strumming with the index. We're going to continue it for the D and G chords. So get your D ready. You're going to go bass, down, up. And I actually am muting the first string, by the way. Kind of a D5 almost without the first string, so you're muting it. And I'm going to go bass, down, up. Now a G, bass, down, up. See? Thumb, down, up with the index. Then our A riff. Alright, so let's cover that. It's going to be, we're going to have to go through it kind of quickly here. 5th, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 6th, 2nd open. Alright, so I should have mentioned that. A sus2 here. Let me start from the beginning. 5th, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 6th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd. 5th and 2nd together with a hammer on. 4th, 1st, 5th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd. Nice and slow would be. Something you might want to spend a whole day on. Just that riff alone is really powerful James Taylor riff there. A little quicker would be. Okay. Every James Taylor fan should learn that on guitar. And now we have an E minor. We're going to go bass, down, up, and then we go to an F sharp, So you just lift and go to an F sharp bass, and go bass, and then a quick down, G, down up, C bass, down up, and then D. So that's she always seems to. Even slower, E minor, down up, F sharp up, G, down up, C, down up. Now our D riff, which is right? So that would be D, fourth, third, and then first two strings, hammer on, pull off. Third, second, so that's third, second, fourth and first, hammer on, second, third. Now, 2-0 pull off with the first string open. Third string open, A bass. Second string, second fret, fourth, second. So, pretty tricky to get this all. So that whole line would be okay, now our E minor 9 pinch, all identical. This is all the same. Same riff. Alright, now we're on to the E minor again, pretty much identical. Bass, bass, down, up, and then D, down, up, G, down, up, and then A. This time on the A, we go to the E bass for the third bass note, so it's like at the end there, we go to the 6-string bass, so it's like 5th, 4th, 6th, 4th, 5th, 4th, 6th, 4th. Slight variation from before. I feel fine. Okay, so we're making great progress. We're made it to the chorus here. So run the verse nice and slow and run it over and over again. Now we're going to kind of switch to a slightly louder guitar part. The chorus has a little more energy, and we're strumming a little bit. So we're going to go bass. I'm kind of strumming a few bass strings. Bass, down, down, up. And on the up, I'm anticipating the E minor, so I'm kind of going early. And then bass, down, up, and then a D, bass, down, up, and then an A, and then our A riff. Okay, F sharp minor, and we're gonna go bass, bass, up, down, and then up. Anticipate the B minor 7. So 6th string, 4th string, 1st string, down, up, and then B minor, bass, bass, 1st string, down, up, E bass. So now this becomes the same chord, but with an E bass. And you go bass, down, up, B minor, down, up, E, down, up, with the chord not changing in the left hand. So that whole line would be, she's around me now, right all the time. And if I'm good. Now we'll repeat everything. Let's do it for practice. 3, 4. Well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me now. All the same, long, long time, and I feel fine. Okay, good. Now we've made it to our hook, or interlude, which is one of my favorite parts of the guitar part. Okay, so that's 5th, 3rd, 1st, 2nd to O, pull off, 3rd, open, 2nd string. Now G, this 4-finger G here, you're going to go 6th, 3rd, 1st, 2nd. D, 4th, 3rd, 1st, 2nd. So that's. Now our A chord, it's the same riff as before. Okay, but then we kind of end it a little early and go up to our bridge, but it's. Okay, So as we end that riff, we're going to walk up to a D. You can skip that if it's a little too tricky, because it's kind of tricky to do that, but let's walk through it here. Here we go. 2nd fret, 4th fret, as you hit the 2nd and 3rd strings. Now we land on a D chord. This is the every now and then, all right? Every now and then. So, every now and then thing. So we're gonna go bass, down, 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 up. C, sus2, so 3, 0, 0, 3 frets. Bass, down, 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 up. G over B, 2nd fret here. Bass, down, up. C, bass, down, up. And now D, bass, down, hammer, 2nd fret, 3rd string. Down, up. So, 3, 4. Every now and then the things I lean on lose the meaning. Alright? Alright, now we repeat that progression. G over B, bass down up, C. A little hammer on the D. Now we land on the C for a while. So we go bass, down, up, down, up, down, up, bass on the G over B. This time we can do a G major 7 over B. So it's really nice. So we're going to go from C, sus2, to this G major 7, E minor, to G to A. And then he does a pretty tricky move here, so you can just ignore that. So from the E minor, G, A, kind of walk up that way. You can, I survived for years without doing that, so you can just kind of ignore that and go something like that, you know. Now D, C, same as before. Just repeats for a while. Finally, this time now we go to an A, and then B minor 7, down, up, over F sharp, up, E. Now the E chord with the B minor over an E. Down, up, down, up, down, up, bass, down, up, down, up, down, up, bass, up, down. Then you go back to the 2nd verse, and we're pretty much done except you, after the chorus, she's around me now. Quite a long we extend the section. Yes, and I feel fine. Then the riff. And then you do that da 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 da, which is you go 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd. Now 3, 2, 0 pull off with the 1st string open. Like that. And you do it twice. And then strum down and hammer on to 2nd fret, 2nd string. So pretty advanced, and I had to go pretty quickly, so hopefully the tab helps. And you can check out the Patreon if you need as well. Other than that, enjoy. You can kind of, work through this section by section, maybe start with the fun parts, and, maybe just get the intro down first. So don't feel overwhelmed by the whole song, and kind of work through it at your own pace. And remember to enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Something in the way that she moves, or looks my way, who calls my name. It seems to leave this troubled world behind. And if I'm feeling down or blue, or troubled by some foolish game, she always seems to make me change my mind. I feel fine anytime she's around. She's around almost all the time. And if I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long, long time. And Well, I said I just got to know it isn't what she's got to say or how she thinks or where she's been. To me the words are nice the way they sound. I like to hear them best that way. It doesn't much matter what they mean. She says they're mostly just to calm me down, and I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now, almost just about all the time. If I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long, long time. Yes, and I feel fine.